Blessings and welcome everyone. Just a reminder before we begin. Your rising sign horoscope will give you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign horoscope may show up, and your moon sign horoscope will give you the less prominent side story that'll also be playing out for this 2-week period. Remember, horoscopes serve best when observed, like a weather or traffic report. You have influence over all outcomes with your thoughts, actions, choices, and deeds. Use the information that presents to help you make the highest choices for the highest outcomes. If you wish to schedule any of my services or like access to more content via my Patreon, follow the links below or go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Gemini. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your first 2 weeks of February 2021. Now, if you are looking for the Leo full moon video, I actually posted that earlier this week, and that does actually influence these 2 weeks as well. And so you might want to check that out. You can click on my avatar on my main channel page and go see that video. Now, keep in mind that you do need to watch the first half of the video for the second half of the video where I break it down for all the signs to make any sense. And I did that on purpose because you know me, I like to teach as well and show my work. So what is going on when it comes to week 1 of this bi-weekly read? Well, the main theme of week 1 is the Two of Swords in reverse. Upright. I was looking at the other reverse card, just to the left of it. Two of Swords, upright. And the interesting thing about this is I feel a lot of you are going to be in a space where a great deal of your work, your time, your energy, your projects need to actually get back under your control. Because I'm seeing with the Two of Swords upright, you are actually taking matters back into your own hands or needing to pay attention to where you need to reclaim your own territory and reclaim your own resources, things that actually need to be in your hands, where we may have actually entrusted them out into the care of others that may not necessarily be the best qualified to handle them. The Two of Swords is also indicating that in order to do this effectively, and when you do it effectively, you will find that this is actually a very, very good week to you, that you're going to have to also make sure that you suspend any kind of preferential or negative biases that you hold for people, because it can be kind of tough to say you don't feel like a certain friend or a family member or even a romantic partner is doing the right job, you know, with something very sensitive or something very important to all concerned. But it's going to show up over and over and again that you're reordering your reality experience, and the best way to do that, to get that back in harmony, to get that back in a working flow, is to know when you need something done right, you might need to do it yourself, because the options you've handed it off to might not always be the best. They might just have been all that were there at the time. Now, getting onto your material shifts, your material concerns, well, you have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And with the Queen of Cups in reverse, it does look like a certain professional or financial matter is actually getting away from somebody that ultimately you have been maybe counting on, collaborating with, or again, leaving an important matter in the hands of. This can show up where applications are collecting dust, or maybe you're finding that emotion that you've brought forward, something you filed, is just not being handled the right way, whether it's being put in the wrong initiative or it's maybe, again, just not getting handled at all. With the Queen of Cups reversed, you have to take this back. Okay, it doesn't mean it's a bad job, doesn't mean it's a bad project, doesn't mean it's a bad goal or ambition, but we have to take it out of the hands of the Queen of Cups reversed. Now, if we've entrusted this to somebody that we know, a business partner, a friend, a collaborator, a family member, this might be a touchy subject, but when we do take things back into our own hands, we do reverse it and turn it into a positive. Some of you may also be finding that a client or a customer might be also giving you the runaround, spinning some tall tales. And this is also going to need to be nipped in the bud if we're going to make it a successful week for ourselves. Or maybe some of you may decide to just let that client go. As we get on to your friends, relatives, your social life, we've actually got the Seven of Cups upright. And this is where a lot of you Gemini people are going to see that when it comes to relationships that are not romantic, right? This is platonic, friends and family. There is going to be possibly one or two situations where somebody has kind of dug themselves into a hole and they might be trying to take advantage of you or take advantage of something that you've got going on. Because what I'm seeing with the Seven of Cups upright, this is somebody who has basically created a negative situation for themselves out of either negligence, maybe they were misinformed, or maybe they got in over their heads and overestimated their own abilities. But I'm getting this strange sense that with the Two of Swords and the Seven of Cups, a lot of you are going to find that this may actually be a fairly common occurrence with this person, or a very needy or maybe even parasitic kind of situation, and it's not the first time this has happened. And with the Seven of Cups upright, you might find that even if you or your other friends or your family members or have you all got together and tried to assist, this person is just not in a place where they're going to do anything with your guys' hard work or the resources or energies that you invest in them. And it may be better to allow them at least this 1 week to chill, right? To kind of sit with what they have actually brought upon themselves. Really actually avoid, going in too fast, because that's actually the precedent that's been set. And I know that might sound cold. Remember, we're suspending preferential treatment and negative bias at the same time. The Seven of Cups, you can't really help somebody who cannot hold on to the good stuff that they get, or somebody that might be faking or chameleoning or any of those kinds of things. In these kinds of circumstances, you can bring them right up to the finish line, right up to the final test, but you know how it goes. The universe, spirit, God, however you want to term it, always makes us take our tests alone. So if they've been cheating the whole time, they're also getting set up to fail. So this is a week where it might be time for some tough love with a friend or a family member. As we get on to your challenge this week, what you need to pay attention to, take responsibility for, you've got the Six of Pentacles reversed. It's pretty cut and dry. Knowing when to cut people off and knowing when to actually conserve and take that step back for you. Two of Swords upright, you are calling back your own energy and reclaiming your territory, taking better care of your own stuff, right? You want to take care of your prized priorities, take care of your babies, take care of your dreams, your intentions, your goals. And the Six of Pentacles reversed, obviously cutting people off or just knowing when to stop investing certain bits of energy, certain bits of let's just say hope, or certain bits of currency, whatever it would be, in, like, say, the Queen of Cups reversed, or whoever shows up with the Seven of Cups upright, may be crucial. And it's also a tough lesson for you. It's a tough lesson for you, but I think that ending a precedent of codependent behavior is something we can all remember is important and vital as we go through our process. As we get on to your relationships, love and romance, you've got the Knight of Cups in reverse. And I feel like a lot of you Gemini people may need to confront where there is something going on where somebody's insecurities, whether it's insecurities that they are not working on or securities that they are working on, are starting to become a bit of a thorn in the relationship side. Now, this may be something that is not your partner. This could be somebody close to the partnership, right? A relative, an in-law, or maybe one of our kids. This is one of those situations with the Knight of Cups reversed. We have to start focusing on how do we solve a problem for good? How do we solve something once and for all? Or at least get on a track where it's understood that we're focusing on clearing this matter, not trying to placate it or pander to it anymore, because it does seem to be creating a bit of a drain. And when we talk about a drain, all of a sudden that's where we get other issues show up, maybe putting a strain on our relationship. If it is coming through either you or a partner, that's going to have to be something you keep in mind as well, right? We have to focus on a solution, not just a salve. And some of us may be actually going through it, especially where we might find out, oh my God, we haven't proposed any solutions ever. It's been salves the whole time. This is a time for a lot of clearing work. But again, it's all about reclaiming your territory and getting things back into harmony. For those of you who are maybe looking for somebody new, available to somebody new, the Knight of Cups reversed, I feel... don't let yourself get into a situation that's obviously starting on the wrong foot. No matter how seductive, attractive, or maybe affectionate it is, the Knight of Cups reversed is still indicating an anxious or insecure motivation, and we don't want that to be an ingredient in a relationship cake that we're trying to bake. With the Knight of Cups reversed, some of you may be finding that this is, of course, coming from a wound of some kind, but it's not something that you're supposed to run in and be a therapist for, right? Any honest therapist would refer out somebody who was that close or trying to get that close. Same thing has to happen when it comes to relationships. As we get on to week number 2, your spiritual focus, well, that's on the Two of Pentacles upright. And you're actually having a very, very productive week number 2, because you're actually getting a chance to start bringing things to life that ultimately, because of maybe your energy is getting scattered in other directions, or maybe, you need to nurse some things back to health, plants, metaphorically speaking, that other people, just weren't watering that they said they would. The Two of Pentacles is getting you back on your feet in all areas of your life. And with the Two of Pentacles, I'm also seeing a lot of you having this opportunity to start incorporating areas of your life that maybe have been kept alienated from one another, to be able to actually share space and work together, whether this is, mixing a bit of our professional priorities with our spiritual life or our friendships. Maybe we're mixing a little bit of our academic pursuits with our travel plans. Maybe we're mixing a little bit of our romantic life with maybe something, some kind of cultural adventure we want to go on. The Two of Pentacles is bringing a lot more dynamism in week 2. However, when it comes to your material shifts, when it comes to work and with money, you do have the King of Cups in reverse. And I'm actually seeing a lot of you Gemini people having to go through that awkward moment of disappointing somebody, even though you're actually having a very successful week. And that might sound kind of strange. Let me explain what I'm actually getting here, because the King of Cups reversed is still positive for money, whether he's upright or reversed. But what I'm getting with the Two of Pentacles and this King of Cups reversed is that you're having a breakthrough. You're having a wonderful opportunity to do something very special for yourself, for, again, your own path, your own life's work, your legacy. But it is going to pull you out of a lot of circles you've been moving in, a lot of circles you've been working in. Some of you may be transferring and somebody gets a bit insecure. Some of you may be actually taking your money, your time, your energy, your commitments there into another direction, and it might inflame some insecurity or maybe even feelings of betrayal in others. It does not matter, because with the King of Cups reversed, you're going to find that it's not really about you missing out on a good thing with him. It's really about him just not wanting to have his patterns or his plans get disrupted. And so allow yourself to enjoy a breakthrough in week 2. It doesn't matter who might be trying to poo-poo it. King of Cups reversed, it's kind of, again, a mistrial. As we get on to your communications, friends, relatives, maybe other people in your life, we actually have the Temperance card in reverse. So yeah, now we're talking about, again, friends and relatives, platonic relationships. And the Temperance card reverse is indicating a lot of you Gemini people breaking with a certain group, or maybe a couple of choice people, choice affiliations that you have not been compatible with for a while, but maybe you thought it was a phase, or maybe you've been trying to find common ground with, trying to have a deeper, more fulfilling connection or relationship with. But with the Temperance card reverse, we've just maybe been forcing incompatible elements together to maintain a sense of polite society. I think that with the Temperance card reversed, a lot of you are going to be finding that you're a breakthrough on the part of another friend, another relative, that actually is a lot more compatible, a lot more resonant, a lot more in alignment with where you really want your life to go, is going to make your decision for you. It's going to be like, look, I can't really spend another week trying to get through to him when he is really kicking ass over here. Or, well, that's my cue. I gotta go off on an adventure now. Time to take off. I'm sorry, couch potatoes, or whatever is going on here. You're going to be finding a way to kind of have the crew you want to have, but it is going to require you, to break a little bit and make some room for them. As we get onto your challenge, you do have the Hangman in reverse. And this has to do with a lot of you needing to let go of maybe waiting for more permission to do what you want. Because I'm seeing with your challenge for the Hangman reverse, you're seeing a lot of elements of your environment in week 2, right? The King of Cups reversed, the Temperance card reversed, showing that they are just not moving, right? And they have every will to stay where they want to be. Everyone's got their own journey. Everyone's going at their own pace. But that also means you get to too. And with the Hangman reversed, a lot of you Gemini people might be kind of finding yourselves in a space where it's time to pull up anchor from ports that have no other ships going out. Some of you are going to need to know when it's okay to give yourself permission to go your own way. And that can be challenging, especially if maybe you are the only one holding up these realities for these other people. It is what it is. As we get on to your relationships with love and romance and partnerships, we got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And the Three of Pentacles in reverse, there's something going on with, again, I feel like this is a clash of culture that's coming on, and it does not have to be the end of the world. But with the Three of Pentacles reversed, there's something not meshing very well. It could very well be that maybe a partner or somebody you're dating is still very compatible or very interested in maintaining some of these involvements, some of these relationships that you have been breaking away from, and that's fine. But there seems to be a difficulty in getting that understanding going, right? I mean, we're going to have friends in common, but we don't have to have all our friends in common. We're going to have family members, of course, but we don't have to all be in agreement of what they are to each of us. It's respect for everybody's individual path. And the Three of Pentacles reverse is indicating that there might be a struggle in the beginning with certain partners or certain people you're dating, especially when it comes to reconciling those differences. But we're going to need to be able to do that. Those of you who are maybe looking for somebody new, if you are, playing the field a little bit, Three of Pentacles reversed indicates here, if you are okay, I would definitely say that you find somebody to start talking to and exploring that with, but they are certainly not a part of maybe a social entourage or let's just say a sense of tribe that really feels like it's a mix for you. And that doesn't have to be the end of the world either. It really all depends on how you guys decide to go forward with that acknowledgement and respect for what is. So that is your horoscope, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can always go to my website, integrativemysticism.com.